Your main man coming back, and today I'm going to be talking about something controversial. Some of you probably be upset out there. Some people probably be hitting the thumbs down. And look, I get it. I'm going to be talking about eBay reprints. You understand? Out of Poland. Now, there's an eBayer out there from Poland, and I'm going to talk about the entire experience. Drive through RPG, DMs go a lot of these places. A lot of the companies there behind them, of course, are they're fucking up. They are fucking up. And I don't respect that or appreciate that. Get on the ball. Get your old products out there for print on demand. People ain't trying to get your stank ass PDFs. I don't like PDFs. I don't buy PDFs. I don't use PDFs. I have never bought one. I know some people like them. I know some of you kids out there love them. Can't stand nothing but a PDF. That's fine. That's cool. That's your deal. That's your deal. But that's not my deal. I like physical books. You can see I have a ton of them here. There's another bookshelf over there, and then there's a filing cabinet. I took a fucking filing cabinet, and that filing cabinet probably has 200 books, 200 role-playing game books. All my World of Darkness stuff is literally in a filing cabinet. A big black metal filing cabinet I paid like almost $400 for. Very, very nice. No, wait, that was cheaper. No, this is the one I paid $400 for. This is metal. This is a really good bookcase. I strongly advise investing in a good, strong quality bookcase. It's going to last a long time. Like I said, this is metal. I've had wooden bookcases multiple times that have broken under the pressure and weight of the books. A large amount of role-playing game books weigh a lot. Now, I would love to have been able to buy these from proper channels and be able to support the companies out there. I have no real giant desire, nostalgia reasons to pay the astronomical prices some of these old books are going through in the secondary market. Because let's face it, that's not making the artists, that's not making the authors, that's not making the company that owns the rights any money either. So when you look at some of the prices that these are going for, is absolutely astronomical for the rarer pickups. Now, this is a book one of my subscribers asked me to do a review on these. Saw these up on the shelf. They said, "Hey, are those the Polish reprints?" And I said, "Yeah, they are, baby. Your main man is going to go there and go get a hold of that." And I wish I could have just bought them. And there's no reason that these, look at the size of this thing. And it's not that they had to put all 5 of them here, but this is the Sword and Sorcery D20 Ravenloft Gazetteer. There are a large number of contents in here. It's 5 of these books, I believe, and I'm going to tell you about the experience with this guy. And I have a second book too that I picked up off of him, and I think I paid like $100 for this. So you can see that the print there. I'm just going to show you some of the quality. I haven't really read very much of this, but as you can see, you can see this is all easy. We'll flip further up. You can see some artwork here. It looks fine. The guys, whoever owns the rights to that currently, you need to be putting this stuff out. You need to be putting out so consumers can get a hold of it. Gazetteer 5 is, I think, like $500 on eBay. Like $500. I'm not spending that on the Gazetteer, right? So what am I meant to do, right? And that's only one of 5. One of them I think is fairly inexpensive, and the rest are very expensive to a ludicrous. Like $500 is ludicrous. I am a single father, and I don't have $500 to spend on a game book, and if I did, I don't think I would. Right? I mean, that's ridiculous. I try to keep all of them really under 100. You see another picture there. So there you go with that. The binding does not look like it's incredible. It does not look incredible. So I don't know if it's overall been great. You can see there how the black and white pictures come out. There is color, at least on the covers. I think these books themselves were black and white, and maybe this one doesn't have any maps. He does also make maps and send those with the books that do require maps. I also have this, the 82nd edition Adventurers. It says Adventurers HQ, but these are the solo modules. In fact, yeah, here we go. We can see there's a large number of maps and inserts and stuff. Now, this one's a little weird because I actually have some of these, but I didn't have all of them. And these are nowhere near as expensive, but it's, I want to say 8 modules. Overall, the one thing, see, okay, so it starts right there, right? So it just starts with Fighter's Challenge. You can kind of see what the artwork looks like. There is a slight level of degradation, I think, here, but it's slight. The overall books, you can see the map, interior map there. I have multiple copies of these as well. I don't have them handy. So I do have some of the physical copies of the old AD&D books, but they are, again, they're not on demand. So I would like to just easily be able to get them all on demand. And a volume like this one's nowhere near, so we can see the difference in thickness. And I got these together because it is expensive to have things shipped from Poland. So this is much, much thinner. And he also has the Planescape Monster Compendium Volume 1, 2, and 3 all together, and that is really fucking expensive. Planescape Volume 3 alone sells for more than he charges for the reprints, and I think he charges around $100 plus shipping. But you're going to pay over $100 for Planescape Monster Compendium 3, which is something I very much want. If somebody out there has one, they want to sell it cheaper than that, get up with me. But it's over $100, and I've been looking and looking and looking for it. And as I'm running Planescape AD&D, it is something I would like to have. I do, however, have 1 and 2, so I didn't really want to pay that much for just one book. It's still one book, and that's not worth it to me. If you wanted that for AD&D, that would be certainly a place you could get to. The guy does respond when you message him. He's not that friendly, though. I wouldn't say he was a dick, but and it took forever to get them. I thought they were coming. It took that long. It took months to get these, which I have dealt with and shipped things to Europe before on multiple occasions, and it's never taken anywhere near that long. So you're dealing with some of this bootlegging, right? And I'm not, again, obviously, completely against that. I have sort of a mixed sort of morality, and I'll kind of explain that. So keep that in mind if you want to start ranting in the comments, which you can. That's fine, whatever. I don't think that for being an indie RPG designer, I don't think that you should be pirating stuff. And my stuff, Within Ring of Fire, is out there on torrents. It can be pirated. That was my friend Matt Richard said, "Hey, you won't make it until we find it on pirates." So then one day he might be, "Oh my God, it's being pirated!" I was just so happy. I was like, "Oh, I never really thought to be happy about people stealing from me." But this is ADD, so none of the people that worked on this are in any way making any money off that. And Wizards of the Coast hasn't prioritized putting it out there, which they have had ample amounts of time to just hire one additional person that could have already gotten all that stuff up, drive to RPG, or they could sell it through their own Wizard sites. I don't know if they do that. I don't care. I don't like Wizards of the Coast. So not giving them money would be, whatever. I don't necessarily say you should be giving them money. I think they put out a trash product. I think they're trash people, and I think that they are. They basically have pirated the game itself, pirated RPGs, and they have been extremely poor caregivers for the hobby. So, I mean, I guess I would be strongly support pirating all of their stuff if for some reason you wanted to buy 5th or 6th or who knows what else is to come editions. So fuck them, basically, completely. That being said, these I would happily, because they were from I don't know exactly who it is now because the rights to a lot of these things move around, and maybe that's the reason it hasn't been put out there because maybe no one has those particular rights. I don't know exactly. I know some of that stuff is up on Drive-Thru RPG, and I've picked up and purchased to prove my point. Some of these books have come off of Drive-Thru RPG. Some of these were bought. Some of these have gotten new. Right, the same line of Ravenloft. I will buy them, make them so that I can buy them. None of the gazetteers are up there to get physical copies of, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous because I just showed you how somebody can do that. So if someone who's literally bootlegging them can take probably PDFs that he has bootlegged and stolen and produce that into a product, why can't you get your shit together, get it put together, put it out there, and you are going to have people that buy it. I would have bought it, so you lost that money, and that's on you for not supplying the product that you should. As a game designer, you should continue to put out the product in a way where you continually utilize that as a stream of revenue. Of course, a lot of the companies, they don't necessarily take care of the people that wrote the books well to begin with, and certainly not after a long period of time. But I would rather have given that money over. And the price, the point I paid for the bootleg, that's about what I should have been paying because this was like over $100 all in shipping and everything. That's about what I should have paid for the 5 volumes. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to get those printed up for like $20 each. All right, get them shipped in a group, and there's no real advantage dealing with a guy. The books did come. The binding on the large one looks like it might fall apart if it's used regularly. The binding is much, much stronger on this. It kind of looks like a yearbook from like 1962 or something, but besides that, so it's not, to me, really that aesthetically appealing, but a lot of AD&D second edition books didn't necessarily have that popping cover anyway. You know, I mean, look at these. You know, those are very basic. So I guess it's also very basic. So maybe in that regard, thematic. And he does put a little, I think they call it gold leaf, if you can see that. It might show up silver, but to me, yeah, it's gold. Um, Overall, I'm happy with them. Like I said, slight, I mean, very, very slight level of, I believe, degradation in the quality of the print and the quality of the color artwork. But the black and white artwork honestly looks perfect. And it comes out just maybe a tiny bit darker. I don't know where the modules are, but I should have pulled those out. We got books like everywhere. There are, like, again, this is nowhere near all of my role playing game books. They're all over the house. The Gremlin pulls them out. He reads this, that, and the next thing, and you know, mostly it's just been looking at the Within or Fire stuff recently. But he's also digs in other things, and I bring a lot of books, different games we play, or somebody wants to borrow this or that book from me. So you know, things end up every damn where. Uh, that being said, I definitely think if you need those books, that's a good way to get them. I don't think it's something you should necessarily feel too bad about or stigmatize anyone for, because a lot of times you can't get physical copies of this unless you want to spend an enormous amount of money, and there's no reason to spend the amount that you would have to for some of these books. I do think he could be a little bit cheaper, a little bit friendlier, a little bit easier to deal with, but it wasn't horrible to deal with, and he does give you combined shipping rates. So overall, you know, I got him. If you need him tomorrow, don't get him from him. You ain't getting him tomorrow. It's gonna be a while. I think it took 3 months to get them. So to me, that's unexcusably long. But a lot of that isn't going to be his problem shipping it from Poland to the United States. Maybe it just took long at that time. Maybe it always takes long. Maybe he didn't ship them quickly. And he probably printed them out on demand. I don't know if he has large amounts of them hanging around. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't have an extensive amount of knowledge from dealing with him. But whatever you guys want to hear about, you know, if you ask, I will try to make videos for you.